Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
I was struck today at how opposite Genesis 11 and 12 are. In Genesis 11, a group of people got together and decided to make a name for themselves. But in Genesis 12, God chose Abram and promised to make a name for him. When Noah got off the ark and began to get his life back to normal, God told him to be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. But one group of people didn't want to do that. They wanted to make a city. So in Genesis 11:4, they got together and said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city, and a tower with its top to the heavens, and let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be dispersed over the face of the earth." You see, that statement is all about them, and they're obviously rebelling against God's command to fill the earth. They say, "Let us." They're going to do it, not God. And who's this for? It's for themselves, so they could make a name for themselves. They sure did make a name for themselves. Babel is a byword for confusion and not making sense. Let's look at chapter 12, verses 1 through 3. The Lord said to Abram, "Go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you, and I will make of you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and him who dishonors you I will curse. And in you all the families of the earth will be blessed." God called Abram out of where he knew, from his comfortable family and known life, into the unknown. And he obeyed. Instead of rebelling like people of Babel, who wanted to stay together in order to pool the resources to do great things, God called Abram out so it would be just the two of them, Abram and God, on this adventure. Abram didn't have to plan, to work hard, or to try to figure out how to make himself great, because God planned to do it for him. God said, "I will make you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great." Whereas the people of Babel were only thinking of themselves and their legacy, God was promising Abram to build him and his family up to bless all people. Isn't that such a different point of view? We know how they both turned out. Babel was left with half a built tower and practically an empty city. Abram was blessed generously by God in his lifetime, and his family grew and flourished into a nation that we all know, and through them came the Messiah for the salvation of the whole world. So in our lives, do we have the attitude of the people of Babel? Grab all you can while you can and make yourself look good? Or do we have the attitude of Abram? Obey God and let him make you who he wants you to be. Sometimes that's hard when God asks you to give up a good-looking opportunity in obedience to him, but he probably has something better for you down the road. It's hard because we can't see the big picture. It's hard because it's not normally in our nature to give up control of our lives. We like to be in control. But let me just let you in on a secret that not everyone has figured out yet. God is always in control, whether we think we are or not. We see that in what happened at Babel. Their language confused, God dispersed them over the face of the earth, just as he had told them to do in the first place. We see it in Abram's life as God blesses him and protects him, just like he promised. And we can see it in today's world, the COVID-19 pandemic. We are sure not in control, but God is. But if we consciously and deliberately give God control of our lives, hand over our reins to him, our legacy will continue through the things that he will do in our lives. He can keep working through our lives long after we've died, just like he did for Abram. We still learn things from Abram's life. If we give God control, we will give him the opportunity to do his work through us and bless those around us too. What has God made out of you when you gave up control to him? I'd love to hear your story. You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com and check out our new website. You can find the address in the description below. I'm Carla Early, and thanks for listening. And remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.